Morning from RV Diagnostics, October 2nd, 2023. We're going to go over something that a lot of people don't do and they end up driving their RV somewhere after it's sat. And the calipers lock up in the brakes and all. So it doesn't matter if you got air brakes or hydraulic brakes or rotors, or calipers, drum brakes. Like in an air brake, drum brake system, there's an S-cam and it doesn't get lubed up properly. And there you go. So this is the disc brake. I happen to be working on my Beaver today. I got a guy coming to polish my rims for me. So this is the rear drivetrain caliper. And you can see that this is your slide. So you got two types. Your slides on guides or floats on pins. This happens to be a slide. This is a 1/4 inch hex. Most of them are that way. The F53s are pretty much the same. This is, I think, a 65 millimeter piston. The fronts are 73s. And I did a video a long time ago on me rebuilding the whole front, bearings, rotors. So here's the other one. You can see the rust right here up in the slide part, right there. So I'm gonna take it apart and wire brush it all down. I'm gonna look at the rotor, right? And it don't have heat checking, but you're looking for small cracks and all that. These are new rotors, so I measured them already. And there's your rotor, Dayton. There's a part number 23. There's a part number on this caliber. I'll get that off. So if the timer runs out on this video, there'll be a part 2. If not, then I'll continue. I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm gonna get this taken apart, and I'll show you a little step by step here. All right, so I took the 1/4 inch hex bolt out. What you do, you see a little clip there, right in there, the U clip. This here, I'm just going to beat it straight out that way. All right, and I use this right here. Right, you can use anything basically that's flat. All right, I'll grab it right there and I'm going to tap it out. Okay, and then I'll show you that once it's out. See, I'm beating it out slowly. See all that rust in there? All right, I'll get it out and then this will fold out this way. All right, folks, I've already cleaned this. This surface isn't the slider. See, this goes up against there like that. The sliding surface is here. That way it don't wear out the caliper bracket or the adapter plate. So you check these for cracking. That's the spring that keeps it from rattling, making noise, and sliding. Here's your pads. You check that right there for wear and all. They measured out around 11:30 seconds. I dropped it, so I cracked it on the edge. See, that's cracked. And when you look right for here, separation from the friction material and the pad. That steel part's the pad, not this. It's all friction material. So I dropped that. Caused my own little issue, but she's good. And then, same way with the inboard one. You look right here, where that's up against the pad. This is the friction material. All right, you look for cracks. Heat check. I already went around the whole rotor. All right, that's where I scratched the heck out of it, but it's all right. It's not heat cracked or nothing. She measured good. All them specs are built into the part number. And then right here's the hose. We look at that for wearing out rubber. So that part right there is the one that goes back and forth. It's pretty rusted. She didn't lock up or nothing, but preventive maintenance stops me from breaking down on the side of the road. All right, so I'm gonna clean them up, lubricate them. Ring fell off. There's another one down there. I'm gonna take it and straighten it up, and then I'm gonna tap this in a little bit so it'll press on here. It keeps the heat away from the rubber. All right, so I'll fix them, put them back on. I think I said there was a part number here for you. There it is. 4150 think it's 844 or 344. Here, I'll show you in a second here. 4150844. That's your casting number, all right? It doesn't matter. There is no left or right on these heavy duties because there's the bleeder. I think it's 7/16 thread. You'd be lying. I think it's 20 thread, but it doesn't matter. So the bleeder would go here, hose would go here on the passenger side. It's the opposite. So there is no right or left in this industry that I know of. I'm sure there's one out there, right, that I haven't learned yet on trucks and all. Maybe medium there is. They get you. But these, they're expensive enough. Way inventory's less. All right, so I'm just going to clean it up, put it back together. Basically, I use this right here. This stuff is the best. I know a lot of you like anti-seize and all, but let me tell you about grease and period compared to this. When it gets hot, thins out. When it gets cold, it gets stiff. I don't need that on my calipers or certain parts. So brake lube, silicone, it keeps the same fluidity, the same viscosity if you want. It doesn't get stiffer when it gets cold, and it doesn't run when it gets hot. That's the benefit of that. All right, yes, that's probably $20 a bottle there, but it's okay. 20 bucks for this ain't bad. Other stuff I got to do to it, but right now let me get this back together. I got my wheel polishing guy coming. I got to put my in, and that way I can go up front ones off so you can polish. This is Jeff. This is just a basic maintenance reminder how to lubricate your brake system. Folks, you got to take them apart, clean them up once in a while. It's up to you. I know somebody, I drive this way 10 years and nothing ever happened. And then you hear these horror stories like brakes locking up, hoses melting, tires catching on fire. I've seen it all out there. So preventive maintenance, right? What's the motto? Test, not guess. Thank you very much, folks. Safe travels, may your campfires burn bright till we meet again.